Hello and welcome to Regrowtech India. I'm your host, Nayab, bringing to you yet another episode on the Java Beginners Interview Series. We have already done several questions related to the while loop so far. In the last episode itself, we did a program to check whether a number is prime or not using the while loop. Now, in today's episode, we are going to print all the digits which are prime in a given number, right? So the concept is very similar to what we have already done in the previous episode. So it would be great if you could go through the last two episodes where we have found the number of factors and then where we have checked the prime numbers, whether a number is prime or not. If we could do both the programs, then we'll be able to easily solve this particular program too. So let's go on the screen, read the question, understand it, and then go ahead and write a code for it. Here the program says that print the prime digits of a given number. For instance, let us say we have a number n is equals to 952. Okay, so out of this, 2 and 5 are the only digits which are prime. So this needs to be printed. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to write a code to check whether a number is prime or not. And then we are going to write a code to get a number, or rather get different digits from a number. And then we will incorporate each other together so that we can get the expected output here. The expected output is that a number will be given and then we'll have to break it down into several digits, whatever digits are there, and print only the digits which are prime. Clear? Now we'll move forward and write a quick code to first check whether a number is prime or not. So on your screen, what you see right now is a class that I've already created called prime digits and a main function. So we'll quickly go ahead and take a random number. So int n equals 7. Because I want to do it using the while loop, I will take int I is equals to 1. And then here, if you remember, a prime number is simply a number that has two factors, right? Meaning, we will have to first check how many factors a number has. There has to be a variable which does that job. There has to be a variable which counts the number of factors as well, right? So in this, for the same, I'm going to take int c is equals to 0. C variable is going to have the counter. It's a counter variable that will have the number of factors that is there. Then I will write a while loop to basically get the factors of the number n. And since we are getting the factors, we will count it also. So I want to run a loop that will go from 1 till 7. Okay. So 1 has I. So I less than equals to n. In that case, again, in order to what we want to do in this loop is we basically want to check if I is a factor. So if n mod I equals 0, if that is the case, then go ahead and do C++ to count the number of factors, and in order to run the I loop forward, we will do I++. Once that is sorted, we will have to, that is basically the end of while loop. Now, this will count the number of factors for you and it will give you, I think I should write a small comment also, to count the number of factors. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to also check for the prime. So a prime number has two factors, meaning if count is equals to 2, then the number is prime. So if C is equals to 2, then in that case, number is prime. So let us say prime. And I'm not going to put an else condition here because we only want to eventually print the prime digits, not the composite ones. So as you can see here, oh my god, yeah, the value is prime, meaning the number is prime. If I check with something else, let's say 10, it will not give me any output because it is not a prime number. If I go with say 13, it will give me an output saying 13 is prime, meaning this code works. Now, once we have sorted this, next thing we want to do is we want to find the prime digits. So first of all, we need to write a small code which will fetch us the digits, right? So let us take a number. Int num is equals to 345. Then, in order to actually get the digits, if you remember the program, we do while num is greater than 0, and in order to get the digits, LD stands for last digit equals to num mod 10. And right now I just want to simply print these digits, so I will go ahead and write system.out.println LD. And in order to move this loop forward, I say num equals to num divided by 10. That is all. And if I run this, I will get my separate digits. And my separate digits come in the variable LD. That is what I was printing here. Now, basically, I want to check whether this LD value is a prime number. So what I'll do is I'll simply comment this, I'll not delete it. And instead, the program that I had written earlier, I will take that, copy it, and put it right after the print statement that we had earlier commented. Okay, so here we don't want to check with the number n anymore because we want to check with LD. So I'll just erase n and write LD everywhere. And if the number is prime, we don't want to say it is prime. We basically want to print the last digit itself, right? So if the number is prime, then we will want to print LD and not the text prime. That is why I have just removed prime and printed LD here. So now if I run this, I will get only 5 and 3. These are the prime digits present in the number 345. Okay, so 5 and 3 were the only numbers prime. Let's include some more numbers, and I have just given randomized numbers. Yeah, I think that should be all. Save it and test it. So 2, 3, 3, 7, 5, 3. Right? So that is your prime digits. Now, how does it work? In order to understand the dry run of this, because if we do the dry run of the entire thing, it will be very, very complicated. Instead, you can look at the videos where we have performed the dry run of finding the number of factors in order to check how to get the number of factors. Then I will also put down the links to get a digit, right? And here what are we doing is we are basically getting that last digit, right? So that is why I'm not performing the dry run for this. Instead, I will just be putting down the links for the prime numbers, the number of factors, and then how to get the digits from a number. So the idea is simply, if you know how to get the prime number, then incorporate that with how to get the digits of a number. So if you have gotten both of them, collaborate it and you will get a program where you are able to print only the prime digits of a number. Right? I hope this program was easy for you. I do not want to explain the dry run because if we go with the dry run, we might get confused. It is going to be so big. So instead, what you can do is you can individually check the dry run for prime numbers and check the dry run for how to get out individual digits, right? And once that is sorted, you'll be able to understand this entire program. And if you have watched my previous episodes, I think it must be already pretty easy. Now, if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe. Have a great day ahead.